their sleeves. Must be nice. Yeah, it's like.
Alright, so you to this team Dreadnaught here. We're discussing shit. Giving you a little team like kind of info thing.
Infotainment.
Yeah, about stuff with us. Like, have you ever seen these kind of cards? Yeah, we're Team Dreadnaught. Look, we're situated in Florida.
Woo, Florida. Real talk. That's our state in the country.
Over here with. No, we're not. We're not Alabama.
We're pretty fucking I love Alabama.
I bet you did.
Whatever.
Whatever. Alright, right here we have the Master of Chaos, Dark Lord himself, Zach. For Vanguard, his avatar is usually Blaster Dark Revenger. He's our main Shadow Paladin player. He also plays Pale Moons, Bermuda Triangle, and he's also our Neo Nectar player for right now. And for Buddy Fight, we play basically all the Bushy Road games. Buddy Fight, he's playing Katana World. He's playing the Skull Warrior build.
I'm not Yamagitsu.
Yamigugu!
Yeah, we're showing our flags for Buddy Fight. This because we were going to show our buddies, but he has his buddy, I have my buddy, he has his buddy. Unfortunately, since we just started kind of building his Skull Warrior deck, we're out of Yamagitsune's. So we got to get him those pronto. Over here we have the Agent of Light. We have Michael.
Agent of Light, really?
His buddy is Blaster Blade Liberator. He's our Gold Paladin player, Royal Paladin player, OTT player, and Genesis. This man is pure.
Sanctuary player.
This man is pure United Sanctuary from top to bottom. The only
also an Angel Feather deck and a Shadow Paladin deck.
Yeah, he's straight up Ancient Sanctuary. And for Buddy Fight, he plays Magic World. He plays right now. He has F72 Pillar and the Wizards build. His buddy it would be Demon Lord Osmodai on here, but again, other things. Over here we have the Admiral, Brandon.
Oh, God.
For Vanguard, he's our main Aquaforce player. He also plays. He keeps switching.
Something now.
He plays three other revolving door clans in
Okay,
Vanguard.
guys, right now, as of right now.
In Vanguard.
It's Aquaforce, Kagero, Great Nature, and Nubatama.
Yeah.
As a Murkuma and Nubatama.
He's real happy about Aquaforce though because of Fighters Collection Point. We'll get out later. And then of course, just to make sure he plays the more annoying clans of every fucking card game ever created, he plays Dragon World in Buddy Fight. He's playing what? Armor Knights. Armor Dragons. Armor Knights is Danger World. Armor Knights, Danger World, Drum Bunkers, the whole 9 yards, gigantic Punishers, things no one likes to talk about ever.
Boom! Drum bunker.
Yeah, get him off the field, gal. Whatever.
Do not compare me to that thing.
And then I am, of course, the team spokesman. I am Spencer. My avatar would be Crimson Impact Metatron because it's won me probably the most games. Not out of luck, otherwise it'd be Vermilion. I am the Angel Feather. I am the Angel Feather player of the clan. I basically play all the shit clans no one wants to talk about. I play Angel Feathers. I play Narukami. I play Grand Blue. I play Tachikaze. I play Spike Brothers. I play Mega Colony. Three of those clans get real broken. Not really. They get really powerful soon, but not right now. Basically, all my clans are pretty crap right now, except for Narukami. But even that gets outclassed by what's coming out soon. And then, of course, I am the reverse Katana World player. Katana World player. I play, however, the ninja arts. My buddy up here would be Tsukikage, but again, no Yami. No Yami Gugus over here.
Obviously the opposite.
Obviously. Yeah. I play the light, he plays the dark. He plays Katana World, I play the real Katana World.
You wish.
But he plays Katana World, he plays Katana World.
Yeah. So yeah, that's our kind of intro, I guess. We're going to try and do this. We're basically the 4 primary members. We have 2 other ones, but they're kind of on and off, depending on their ability to get here and record videos.
Yes,
we have no lives.
Free.
We have no lives. They do.
We're basically here just to do a little conversation piece, talking about Buddy Fight and Vanguard, telling you about our opinions on the willings and ways of both games right now. One's pretty new. One's been around now for 2 years in the English meta, about 2.5 in the Japanese meta. I guess we'll start with Vanguard just because we've been playing that longer. That's kind of how we all found each other. Vanguard right now, the meta in the English meta is very poop right now. You have Shadow Paladins, which is obscenely broken. Link Joker, which is kind of flailing because not many people even in major tournaments are really playing Nebula Lord right now because
he's shit.
Because they're getting ready for Chaos Breaker. And then you have Dimensional Police.
They're really not doing much right now.
Which aren't really doing much either. Like like our meta here is basically like 2 Shadow Paladin players and then like 10 Murakami players. It's real boo-boos. We don't even play that much anymore just because of how boo-boos it is.
We do videos.
And then the Japanese meta, it's even worse because it's just basically you either play Transcore or you play Link Joker.
Transcendence.
Or yeah, you either play Transcendence or you play Link Joker.
Occasionally play Transcore. This is
Yeah.
a negative thing.
What do you think? Yeah.
I'm well,
You can play Transcore, but you probably lose.
I'm well aware.
But yeah, that's how we were doing. We were coming up with what we thought would be ways of trying to fixing the game.
We have a ban list.
We decided to do the hard job for fucking Bushiroad because obviously they don't know how to do it.
We need chicken sandwiches here, like pronto.
I know, I'm really hungry.
So we decided to make a ban list for Bushiroad, and we know they're never going to watch this video, but we know some people will.
You must watch it, Bushy. We'll tag you.
You guys who have subscribed to us.
Send it to JD.
I would really like people's opinions on this too, and we'll try to explain to the best of our abilities why we think cards like this are on the list, why certain cards may be off the list. And usually our answer for the ones not on the list are usually just because we don't know how they would do if this list was true. Like, we wouldn't know how certain cards would affect the meta.
Dragon Shield and a Dragon Bolt.
Congrats.
Feel pretty proud of myself.
Alright, so pretty much.
Like basically, like Shadow Paladins, like we'll tell you right now, there's not a single Shadow Paladin on this entire list, either banned or restricted, not just because we fear the Dark Lord, but because Shadow Paladins are really one of those clans that Bushiroad took a lot of good stuff in, and they really made it tread the line on. You can't really pinpoint one card that makes or breaks the clan. Like, if you hit one thing, it might not stop it. So you have to hit multiple. Like, basically, the only way to get rid of them would just literally to not make them playable. And that would kind of. We didn't want to reduce this list to be that. To make. Except Link Joker.
Please see 20 minutes. Brings into the video.
Link Joker, we made it to the point where they're almost unplayable because fuck lock. However, Halcyon is still playable.
Hell yeah.
Because Halcyon doesn't lock, but he's just really powerful, so we left him
So long story short, we're in for a very long video, so sit back and relax and enjoy the ride.
Alright.
Keep in mind, this is our ban list.
Yeah,
not
this is our list, and
exact-
we would like to hear people's opinions. Just don't write in the comment section, you guys are gay.
You guys are fags, Transcendence is banned, what the fuck?
Yeah, like...
If you do, you go ahead and like our page, leave some comments down the video, we're going to link it, or message us as well.
We'll talk to you about why we think this should be the way it is. And number one, right off the top, is Transcendence Dragon.
Hell yeah.
The guys in Japan, the guy's been legal for a couple months now. I think he's won 90% of the tournaments they've had. The guy is just completely dominant. When you ride him on top of Dauntless, you have 2 attacks where your opponent has very little to guard against.
That dude's more dominant than auto scoop, dude.
And they can't get rid of... It's not an auto scoop when you do it, but if they hit crit triggers, you feel real terrible about your life.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. It is, pound for pound, the strongest card in the game right now.
Yeah.
It is, pound for pound, the strongest card in the game.
When something's more dominant than something named dominant, something's wrong.
And it's oppressive. It changes how the game is run. Now everyone's basically, if you're not running Transcendence or Link Joker, you're basically playing 12 to 16 crit rush decks.
Hope to God you
And
win.
that game isn't, that's not a fun game. I don't care what anyone says. That's not the game. That's not how we all started playing this game. It's not how we all started liking this game, buying everything, wanting to SP out decks. That's not why you got into this game. It's just a terrible card.
They're all SP. What the fuck are you trying to point to, man? Go on.
That's because we like our cards.
I love this card.
Also, we don't have full playsets of them. 2, 1, 2, 1.
Send me your SP Blade Liberators.
Send me your SP Melsons, I'll love you forever.
Send me your SP Romiels because I can't find those things. Those things are rarer than diamonds right now.
Or your SP Drum Bunkers, those things don't exist.
Alright, regardless. Transcendence has to go. Number 2, we decided pretty long about this, but when it came to all the Link Joker boss units, the one that had to go was Infinite Zero Dragon. The main break ride, just because it gave Omega Glendios in Chaos Breaker way too much power. It allows Halcyon to be way too strong.
Yeah.
Yes, people at home, Glendios is an unfair card.
Yeah, I remember what it says.
Infinite Zero Dragon is the card that makes Link Joker obscenely busted.
So we got rid of it. And we decided nothing else would need to be banned off.
I don't think...
Except Worldline Dragon.
And
Except for Worldline Dragon, which is coming up, you'll see.
And people having to
Stay tuned.
and people having to play against it, even in the English meta, will tell you that this is the only reason why Nebula Lords sometimes steal games.
Yeah, it's pretty redundant.
If you can break ride Infinite Zeros on Infinite Zeros, you are in such an oppressive state that it's really hard to do anything.
I learned about that.
And then number 3, skipping along on my list is I'm going for things that are actual cards banned, not cards that can any play but situational. Number 3 on this list would be Dimensional Robo Daikaiser. Well, I know I'm saying. Number 3 would be Dimensional Robo Daikaiser. It's the only other card we have banned. The other 3 are starters that are banned as starters.
Yeah.
Daikaiser for a multitude of reasons. Greater Daikaiser is ridiculous because you can constantly funnel break rides using a lot of the effects that Dimensional Police have to their disposal. Like Die Yard, a lot of the new things from...
Pretty much he's just reusable,
Fires
so we decided to get rid of him. Especially with the new stuff.
Yeah, it allows you to break ride too consistently. Even Reverse Dayusha was a problem in Japan for a couple months. It is Dark Dimension. That's why I thought about it. Dayusha Reverse was a problem for a while until Glendios came out, then they realized they can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
And also because now you have Metalborg's Sinbuster. And
we
I personally don't think Sinbuster is broken by himself. Daikaiser makes him that way. And there's a lot of people who are really deciding whether it's too slow of a deck now when you try and throw in a break ride with a Legion unit. I just don't even want to...
No.
I just don't even want to fight against it.
You see this? You see the OG that everybody's trying to get from him?
I just don't even want to... I just want to solve this issue now so that every Dimensional Police Grade 3 that ever gets released ever doesn't always have to be graded on how broken is it with Daikaiser. I mean, they have Original Saber 0, but the difference is that it's that extra crit that Daikaiser gives you, and you still have Commander Laurel. They just have too many tools. I can understand they all might not work. It has too many tools to make it broken and make it game-ending and make it not fun. It's just not fun.
We have thought the Daikaiser due to his cross ride and Sinbuster, so we had to think long and hard for Kaiser.
And then the other 3 on the list that are under the banned category, like I said, they're all 3 of them are just banned as starters. You can still play Infinite or 4 in the main deck. We kept the 2 original ones, Barkle and Conroe, only for consistency. Barkle, I'm the one who had to fight these people long and hard about.
I said stick to the list and keep it banned.
I didn't give a damn, and Mike's the only one that actually fought against.
I say Barkle makes Sing Saver, the new Legion for Royal Paladins, now consistent because that gives you the 6 in Soul. Michael says it doesn't matter, that doesn't do anything. You are a gay guy.
You are a gay guy.
I think Barkle should just be banned just because of that fact alone. It makes it too good, and also just because I hate Exculpate the Blaster. I just have a personal...
That was fucking random. That got really personal, man.
I have a personal vendetta against that guy. I mean,
talk.
I only fought him once and
Has Escalade been hitting you, Spencer?
No. I only fought him once and I smashed him with the blood, so I was like, whatever. I hate that card.
Yeah, we really did it mainly. Just took the Japan list.
Conroe, again, just because, Transcendence is gone. We just decided to keep
it was consistency with the other decks that can't be in.
Yeah, we really did talk, should Conroe really be gone now that Transcendence is? Because the whole reason they banned Conroe, from what we understand, is so you couldn't search the Grade 1 Transcendence guy.
Roman Dragon.
Yeah, Roman Dragon, so you couldn't always make sure you had Dauntless ready for a Transcendence.
That always didn't help those of you that...
Right, it didn't help because Transcendence is still winning.
Still topping 8.
Yeah.
Oh man, I play a grade 3/4 searcher.
So we just decided to hit Conroe still, just because there's still a lot of other powerful Conroe
You can net
decks.
perfect shields for later on, or when you need a 1 or something, you can grab it and all that.
And then
Gatling Claw even.
And then the last one, of course, is
crazy.
the last one is Rolled Line Dragon, simply because we hate Omega Glendios. It's too powerful of a card, even without Infinite Zero, just because of the way...
Setting Sun Stormvader exists.
Don't think we did it because we hate Link Joker.
I hate Link Joker.
I know you hate Link Joker.
I play Angel Feathers. This clan can die in a fire.
With or without Infinite Zero, Glendios is still strong, so we decided to hinder it by getting rid of World Line as a starter.
Purely because Setting Sun Starvader still exists.
I played against the deck. I mean, I understand a lot of people say there's ways to play around Omega Glendios. I've never seen those ways successful consistently. Because basically your ways of playing it is just staying on a Vanguard and fighting around him.
Also, this is kind of a little bit of a preemptive ban as well. Just think about it. The way Legion is ruled, you have a Grade 3 and a Grade 2 Vanguard. If Link Joker ever gets a lead in World Line, it's able to be used every turn as long as it's in the
I still don't think they'll give him a Legion, though, but I understand the...
It's up in the air, we don't know, but...
It's just sort of a preemptive ban, but that's just...
talk?
It made the deck way too consistent. What we hit those starters for was because they were consistent.
Yeah.
If a deck has too much consistency in Vanguard, it's bad for the game. That could net you perfect shields, just anything you needed from the top 5 cards of your deck.
And that's basically what we have banned. On to restricted.
I mean, I don't care about lock and play the British.
Yeah, on to restricted, we really fought about what was going to be restricted. We just thought of cards that would be too powerful when these things got banned.
Yeah.
And number one, I said this shouldn't be on here anymore just because it's not even doing anything now. It's
As we stuck with Conroe and Barker, we stuck to the Japan one.
we figured we
Descendants
just
at 2.
yeah, we figured we just kept the Japanese list. Descendants still at 2. I don't think it should be. The English meta doesn't even play more than 2 unless you're playing the strict 4 break ride for Descendant.
Yeah.
But people don't even do that though, just because while Descendant's good, Gauntlet, Sweep Command,
Watch the table sheet.
there's still 2 really good cards. And people are going to want to play those cards because they do other things that can stop your opponent's strategy.
Yeah, so we pretty much did it to the Japan list, in all honesty.
And number 2, the catalyst is the whole reason why I said it shouldn't be restricted anymore. Number 2 is Minerva.
Now
Because Minerva is a strictly better Descendant.
Now we thought about Ordain Owl, but we thought Ordain Owl couldn't do anything as long as she was gone. And we thought about it, and we decided to get her as an Ordain.
I can't see the list. I can't see the list.
So yeah, Minerva is just too good. It's Descendant that doesn't care if it hits or not. It's a cross break ride, and it's in a clan where... Now, I've had talk with people online about this, and I understand Genesis...
3.5 minutes.
Genesis isn't the strongest clan in the world. It's really only
We're
good...
running on 3.5 minutes, that's why
I know.
we do 2 videos.
It's only good because... I mean, Minerva's the only good card they have, but they are now getting an extra booster. So they're more than likely getting a Legion.
Dark Avenger Abyss.
I'll
They're-
search you, motherfucker.
they're-
Henry.
They're more than likely now getting a Legion, as it shows on the box.
Yeah.
It is.
Right.
It's been confirmed to be Regalia Legion.
Okay. But still. Minerva has to go.
At least at 2, yeah.
Will you shut up about Zenith?
Minerva could change, though. If the other one's too broken, then Ordain Owl might have to get banned, and then Minerva can just be whatever.
Yeah.
She
we had
a
to
4.
get on Ordain or Minerva.
Ordain Owl is just too powerful. I mean,
With Ordain and Minerva at 4, it's too powerful. With Minerva at 2, Ordain's not too big of a problem.
at every game, there's always going to be that common that comes out of nowhere that has to be banned.
Yeah.
And we have 2 of them on this list, kind of.
Woohoo!
But Ordain Owl being one, the other one being in a second, but that we have that at restricted for right now because we don't know what the hell this thing's going to do. We have to wait and see. So you have Minerva. Number 3, we have Dauntless Drive Dragon.
This is a
You ever
very
play a
sensitive
man that
subject
breaks
for us.
break rides $4?
If you played that, you will understand why he's limited to 2 on this list.
He is not fair. I don't care what any of you say.
Discordy.
He's getting very personal right now, so take offense, I think, that's what it says right now.
Kagros are the most babysitted clan in its entire game.
Yeah.
They are.
We're not going to stop him from saying that.
They have 3 break rides that are all relevant.
If
And
you're
the
a
one-
fan of Heart, you shouldn't watch this video.
And the one to hit is Dauntless because I even said, well, I went on a tangent about Weathercloth because I hated the hell out of that guy's effect.
I still do. But it doesn't self-stand.
But he doesn't stand, which is the only reason why I'm not going to hit him. Otherwise, I got to be right here underneath Dauntless.
Yeah, no problem.
And then I also we thought about the Dragonic Overlord break ride and BT-15.
But that only worked with so many things being able to hit a rear guard.
Right,
as
but that
opposed
one
to
only
hitting
stands when
anything.
hitting a rear guard. We understand it's an extra check, and it works with Rebirth. We thought about having Rebirth on this list. Spoilers, there's no Rebirth on this list. We thought about it, but it's like
They can't see no
the one problem I've always faced when I had to fight people playing Rebirth decks is if you can outlast them and make it to where they get uncomfortable with calling 5 units, that's his problem.
They're bad players then.
Well, no, it's just they have to go all in then.
There's also
And
very
you can still
sensitive for Brandon as well.
You can still survive it. And I can't remember, does Rebirth give you power when you use it?
Yeah, 10
Count it gives 10k.
Yeah, you can still kind of guard it though. It's too,
twice.
And it would depend on the break return.
well, yeah, it's well, I'm
Heard
saying-
it 3 times.
saying, if it's a 23 when you use it, it's a 20, 2 pass, and you perfect
See,
shield
this
it.
is what they do. We get all talkative.
And
So
people
we're going for a long video.
And people will play quintet walls.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Especially
As
with
a
cross
1,
ride.
as a 4-up, you're a bad player.
With cross rides, they're not bad.
I mean, cross rides aren't bad, but cross rides are very good. I wish they'd introduce more of them. I hate to see cross ride legions.
It's quintet wall with
Yeah.
it's quintet wall with cross ride. It makes a bad call, good, and a good call.
All right, guys, I'm gonna have to cut you off there. Join us. Oh, this is gonna be.
I'm
Combined.
gonna fucking finish
Two
the video.
videos.
Stop it.
Stop right now. Stop right now.
It's
Stop
gonna be
right now.
combined.
All right.
Yeah, we're back.
Sorry, we had a timer and whatnot.
Yeah, we're talking about like quintet walls.
All right. Yeah,
And-
but on a crossroads, quintet walls are just super good. So running one quintet wall on a crossroad deck isn't always a bad idea.
That's not what we're talking about. But...
Yeah, I know what I said about rebirth.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
That-
the rebirth.
yeah. We run such a rebirth so long quintet wall. I just went into it.
I do it in Maelstrom reverse. Just because in case
Do you seriously? I guess you did. All right.
you could use the other one.
I was in
I didn't pee.
All right, whatever.
All right, we understand.
Yes.
Yeah, but we're talking about quintet.
Polyfluids.
You're gonna get blood knifed in there.
I know, that's why I
Yeah, but we hit Dauntless Drive just because that was the only card I really saw after Transcendence that really needed to be hit in Kagero. After
Yeah.
that, everything was kind of fine.
Everything kind of just evened out on its own, pretty much, when you got rid of the two cards.
Yeah, everything went even out after them. I mean, obviously you still have DO, which is a problem, and you have Rebirth,
But
which
it's
can
not.
be a problem.
It's not impossible to get over like two.
I just hate Dauntless personally.
Yeah, if you limit Dragonic Overlord to 2, okay, now it's
You need to go outside, Spencer.
I just hate Dauntless.
put in 2 Dauntless.
Also, he has a cross break ride, which is retarded.
You go outside, my friend. Okay, sure.
All right, next.
All right, after Dauntless Drive again, I'm skipping down as we go from rarity to other rarity. Number 6 is a new entry that just came out. We don't even know how it's going to do in format wise, but we're just doing it preemptively just because we can already tell this card might be stupid. Now this card could easily come off this list depending on how the meta shakes up. But we were just thinking about how good would this deck be if this list was true. And then we went, ooh, this might need to be restricted. And that would be Blue Storm General?
Blue Storm Water General Demetrius.
Blue Storm-
that power.
Blue Storm Water General.
we restricted that. We know that power.
Blue Storm Water General Demetrius. For those who don't know, he's a new card they revealed in Fire's Collection 2014.
All right, whatever. Let him.
His effect is
Counterblast 1. When an Aquaforce break rides his unit, you may pay the cost. At the 4th battle, this is attacks. If it's the 4th attack or more. Choose one of your opponent's rear cards, retire, and draw 2 cards.
it's basically a +3 for a Counterblast 1 if you have a Vanguard that attacks on the
You put
4th.
Maelstrom reverse on top of that, it's going to +5. Congratulations.
It attacks on the 4th attack or more. It's really good with Maelstrom Reverse. It's really good with Tetra Drive.
Yeah, Maelstrom Reverse is honestly the one thing that I looked at. I do see his value in Tetra Drive. I see it more in Maelstrom Reverse.
I still feel Transcore is better in Tetra. I feel like because you're causing your opponent to discard every time.
Kidding. A kidding. Hi, kitty.
Calm down. But anyway,
I like kitties.
he heard you. But yeah,
All right, leave me for now.
we understand it. We understand. We all agreed that Transcore was pretty bad, and Aquaforce needed a new break ride. But arguably, Demetrius could have been way too strong of a break ride than needed at the time. Like it could have been it could have just been draw 2. Like it could have been like a neat Spino Driver clone.
Yeah.
That fit Aquaforce. It didn't need to retire something too.
Yes, it did.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
Like if it was
needed
just draw 2, I wouldn't have cared so much about it. It's the fact that it draws 2
I'm
and
going to remember
kills
that everything I'm
something.
saying right now is extremely biased, so do not take anything I say.
Yeah, anything
Yeah,
Aquaforce.
he is the Aquaforce player. So it's
Anything
like-
I say off
And,
is extremely
and
biased.
honestly, they are pretty subpar. So he takes real.
But like I said, this card could also easily come off. This card,
Take you a fucking offense when we limit orders.
like I said, this card could easily still come off though. It's just speculatory.
It has to. It really depends on what the meta's going to be. If this list were true, we kind of looked at it and be like,
Number 7, I can't remember his entire name. Unrivaled Blade Master.
Blade Master.
Cycle Method is real busted.
It's not 2.
All right, yeah, we're gonna.
It's busted. I wouldn't have put this card on here if they never showed Warsickle. Warsickle's a card in Fire's Collection 2014, in case you don't know. It's a grade 3 Mega Colony. When this unit attacks, if its attack didn't hit, you can counterblast 2, choose your opponent's Vanguard. That card cannot stand during your next unstand phase.
Your next stand
stand phase.
Or
not-
stand
not-
phase.
Unstand
Yeah.
phase.
I know.
Unstand
I know what you're
phase.
thinking of. I know what you're thinking of.
Basically, it paralyzes Vanguards. And because of this and Warsickle, you can now do it infinitely. This card would not be on this list if Warsickle did not exist.
Yeah, we were including all Mega Colony stuff, and we had a group.
Cycle with Tooth plus Warsickle is now really, really powerful, and it's really scary. Obviously, you can always remedy the solution by just riding another grade 3, and we understand that. But Cycle with Tooth also has the ability to rest all your rear guards, which is why we chose this over Warsickle.
Yeah, and also like Warsickle you can do multiple times as well, but this you can also do it while getting 10k to the Vanguard
Right.
as a break ride.
Now
So-
there are some counters to this, but
Yeah. Number 9 is
Kujikiri Kongo.
Kujikiri Kongo, the Nubatama Break Ride. Now,
Okay, let's go right out of the gate and say Nubatama is pretty busted when it was released. Like,
yeah,
seriously?
this is another thing that could come off the list, is because even though Nubatama is really strong,
Put Yozakura Kongo up on there.
it could also be one of the most like luck-based decks in the game. Just because if you don't have a good hand, you get shitted on really hard. If you miss Break Ride with this clan, you basically don't.
Yozakura Kongo, counterbalance to discard 2. You can discard 2.
If you miss break ride, my hand isn't going anywhere anyway.
Yeah, if you miss Break Ride in Nubatama, that's the bad thing. That's a real problem. That's why I kind of didn't want to put this card on the list, but our Nubatama player said to put it on the list, so I said,
Break
all right.
riding 4 times is an egg.
I told you to put it on the list because I've seen what it can do.
If
It's
the,
a
nu-
little less.
if the Nubatama player wants to neuter his own deck, we let him do it.
It's molested the Sink Saber many, many times.
That's because Sink Saber's bad.
Well, yeah, the clan itself is pretty up there with
Yeah.
any clan, so.
And then after that, we were deciding about with all of this restricted this ban. We thought, all right, what needs to be hit now that these what becomes strong? And we went,
Echo
all right,
Nemesis just becomes stronger.
all right, Echo of Nemesis is now really good because even though you still have metal boards,
Sinbuster.
yeah,
Beetleborg Sinbuster.
Metalborg Sinbuster.
Metal
you still have the Glory Maelstrom clone in Dark Irregulars, and Echo of Nemesis. We didn't feel like hitting Echo of Nemesis simply because we weren't going to hit a card that finally made Dark Irregulars relevant again.
So
The moment it came out, even though we did that with Omnivores. But it's because the Mages is a little too disgusting and they already had a Glory Maelstrom.
And it also
Maelstrom.
didn't matter because they had Maelstrom Reverse.
Right.
A cross ride that did exactly Maelstrom Reverse.
But there is one card in Dark Irregulars that's kind of needing to hit for a while, or I always had its effect change because I thought it was too stupid back when they made it.
Yeah.
And that'd be Doreen the Thruster.
That card is the lifeline.
Now, if you want to yell at us, Dark Raiders player, by all means, but something we had to do.
Like
It was that or the boss
player on
unit.
our team who's probably in a corner crying right now.
I've
Yeah.
always felt this card should be restricted.
We all know what he truly is in that corner and what he's doing.
I've always
seen
said-
him on this video.
I've always said Doreen would be a perfectly good.
Alright.
I've always said Doreen would be a perfectly fine card if it was a 6K that game +2. +3 is just too ridiculous, especially now when you have.
You have certain cards that like.
On Break Ride with Echo of Nemesis, if you're at 5 damage, it's almost impossible for you to guard it.
Yeah.
That's what it said, I guess.
It's because also Echo of Nemesis makes Doreen a 12K every turn.
Yeah.
As long as you have grade 0s in the soul, which usually they do.
There's no beating around the bush, but on Break Ride turn, if you're at 5 damage, you will typically lose.
It was either between restricting Doreen the Thruster or
banning Echo of Nemesis.
or banning Greedy Hand as a starter, just so you couldn't do Dimensional Creeper shit.
Yeah, we decided Doreen would have been a better option to restrict as opposed to banning a starter.
Right, like if you get rid of Dimensional Creeper or you get rid of Greedy Hand, D Creeper and 4 Doreen is still a thing. So we decided to hit Doreen to 2. So this way, even if you have Dimensional Creeper, all you're really going to do is power up Echo of Nemesis to get him to its limit break. So I'd rather just let that get speedy than have Doreens on the field constantly gaining power.
Exactly.
Alright, next we're going to discuss Cat Butler.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah, Butler, motherfucker.
The next two, we're going to wait for Cavalry real quick, just because it is speculatory.
Yeah.
The card that they fought to have on this list, and I didn't care, is
I'm still fighting
what's
between
his
that
full
and
name?
Zenith.
What's his full
The
name?
White Rainbow Liberator Ballin. He turned a clan that was once extremely counterblast heavy into free cards. That is Gancelot Zenith for nothing.
I don't think this man should be on this damn list. But
I think
these
Gancelot
guys,
Zenith should be on that.
but these guys fought to have Bound on the list. I've never had a problem facing Gold Paladins, but that's just me.
Okay, I'll get personal right now. I feel it's unfair that my clan is still kind of less. Alright, real talk. I will
faced
face
it.
more
you
motherfucker.
have re-standard.
Oh man.
Guys, I faced it. I've never had a problem facing Gold Paladin. It's that the problem is that all their effects, the moment you play a blast with them in your field, all their effects, every single thing you've done early in the game is not breaking.
They didn't have 3 of them.
Okay. Do you think that's hard?
You are facing me, however, in the game.
The sackiest player alive right here. Sackmaster General.
I'm aware. So we're just basing it on how sacky he is.
That's pretty bad, honestly. Now I think about it.
I've seen, I've been playing, I played a lot of people.
So yeah, they want balance. That's speculatory.
At least the 2, like it just
I'm
makes
not
it
gonna lie.
really good.
I want to be on this list. Is Balin there? Zenith there?
He wanted Zenith banned.
For some reason.
And we told him to shut up.
I think I is phenomenal. be broken.
No. And then other than that, the only card that could be restricted, and it's all speculatory because we don't know what these cards do, and that would be Cat Butler, the unit for Grand Blue.
Blue?
I
The unit
wish.
for Grand Blue, motherfucker.
Wish. I'd be so broken. I'd be born it every day with Night Snow. Night Snow would have to be banned then.
No, Legion doesn't care. Wouldn't do anything.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Cat Butler.
And Nova Grappler, its effect is whenever your grade 2 or lower Vanguard attacks, or just grade 2.
Grade 2 or lower Vanguard attacks, the attack doesn't hit, retire its unit standard.
Yeah, because they have a Legion now, and the way the rules work,
and
confirmed by
we
Dr.
got
O.
an actual ruling that your
By Dr.
Vanguard is
O.
a grade 2 and a grade 3.
Yeah, when you Legion, both your units on Vanguard count towards effects. So that made Cat Butler instantly broken, depending on what the Riser does. We don't know what it does yet. It's all speculatory. That's why we're only limiting it right now. Not that I think anyone's going to play 3 or 4 of them in a deck.
You'd be surprised.
They're going to pick up. They're probably 1 or 2 anyway.
You'd be very surprised.
I would be. They're playing Wild Hitter though. They'd probably search them out though. But regardless.
Not everybody has to play Wild Hitter, Spencer.
But regardless, Cat Butler is definitely speculatory. If the Riser gains crits for an effect,
Then we might have to switch this thing to ban.
for
Cat
Legioning,
Butler.
Cat Butler might have to be banned just because it might be way too strong.
Oh god.
Next
here
we
we
have
go.
top
Oh, the
15
buddy
cards in
fight.
Buddy.
Buddy fight list.
And then we decided to do another list for fun because of Buddy Fight. Woo! Buddy Fight is still pretty young. It only has 2 booster sets right now, an extra booster, 3 trial decks.
It has 1 character pack. It's not actually just which is mine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, a character pack. Actually, booster's about to come out soon. In about,
In July. In June.
About a month and like
June.
about 5 weeks. And then you have BTO 3 announced that's
In
coming out in July.
Yep.
But because everyone complains that Buddy Fight was basically broken out the gate, and I kind of have to agree.
I'm sorry, dude. Is Gargantuan Punisher is pretty ridiculous.
We decided to make a 15 card list.
Keep in mind, I was outranked on a lot of
Or
these.
not 15. We decided to
Yes,
make
our
just-
Liberator player was outranked because this team does things on unanimous decisions. So
he just picked cards that fucked with his deck the most, not the game the most.
I'm sorry, the Secret Swords fuck with the game the most. Please like and comment if you agree.
like this video if you agree with Mike.
Yeah, so this is what we believe the top 10.
500 likes were gained on our 100 subscriber list.
okay.
I'm gonna post 2 comments down below. I'd like you guys to like either one. Which makes this game? Secret Sword or Gargantuan Punisher?
I thought our part will still be higher than yours. So Secret Sword still fucks with the game.
But anyway, these are the top 10 cards we think are the most powerful.
Top 14.
Well, no, we have
Right,
it's
top 10
honorable.
is notable.
We have some honorable mentions, but it's top 10 most broken or most powerful cards in Buddy Fight, pound for pound. Not obviously effects, because there are some effects that may be stronger, but they may be more situational.
Yeah.
But as for the 4 honorable mentions, we decided to add for honorable mentions just for really strong all the gauge chargers. With the big note going to Clear Serenity for Katana World, it's because it is a +3.
And with the Ancient World coming out for pay 2 life 4.
Yeah, Ancient World is a charge 4 also, and then you have
However, but it's 2 life.
yeah, then you have Magic World's +2, Dragon World's +2, and the Danger World is +2.
And Katana World's +3 once per turn.
Right. So we decided to add all those just because gauge is very, very important in this game, and the ability just to get free gauge is pretty strong.
Yeah. That's why it's the last one on the list, but it's still very devastating to be honest.
Another honorable mention is Center of the World, Mary Sue.
Being able to grab like a spell, like a Solomon Shield or
Right,
something.
simply because the ability to tutor anything for 2 gauge. The ability to tutor anything or any spell for 2 gauge, and usually a grandfather clock
Yeah.
for 2 gauge and have I'll shoot it further and further every time, dude. For 2 gauge and have a 2 crit size 2. We understand it's not that strong, but the ability to have that on the field is pretty strong.
We did it purely because you can grab any spell from the deck.
Right.
To be honest.
We thought about putting it on the list, but it's just only because there's not many spells for it to grab that would change the game. It would just mainly be so you wouldn't die the next turn.
Yeah, or like has like you need your gauge gainers, for instance.
Number 12, we couldn't decide, so we decided to put all the Dragon World weapons.
Yeah.
Mainly it's just Knuckle, the Twin Blade.
Oh, come on.
It's Knuckle, the Twin Blade,
Steelfish,
This
Dragon
is
Knuckle.
what pisses me
and
off.
this guy right
thing
here.
greatly. Fucking Dragon Blade Drago Breach.
It's the fact that all of them have very manageable costs, but very high crit or very relevant effects.
Yeah.
This can overcome just about anything in the game.
Yeah, that I think especially being able to
It's
take
just
something to get something.
they're
out of
very
here.
powerful for what they do, and they're just they're too good. And number 11, the last honorable mention is Demon Way Geppo Kaguri, simply because it is probably the best tempo card in the game.
We decided to ultimately do it because in a match between me and him,
Yeah, when it was double Katana Roll going out, it went to the point where
I get Bakaguri something.
I had a-
He activated get Bakaguri to get Bakaguri one of my things, and I think I activated once more to kill one of his things. It's pretty ridiculous, no lie.
his field was Blood Knife.
Blood knife.
His field was Blood Knife, and the
Yamagitsune.
and,
Yamaguyus.
and Ikamaru.
Oh yeah.
I had
C-splitting.
Kashin Koji on the field.
I think you can see.
So he had Ikamaru and the other Blood Knife on the side kill a link attack my guy on the side, and then he couldn't get through Kashin Koji. So when these die, he Gebaguri killed my Kashin Koji. I think Gebaguri kills Ikamaru. So we both we both had things on the field a moment ago, and then they all died. So
So yeah, we decided to do it purely because of ridiculousness between
It was very-
Katana World versus Katana World.
it was very dumb. So yeah, we decided to have an honorable mention.
This was an honorable mention,
Yeah.
not actually on the list.
And then starting at number 10 is basically most of the buddies in
The anime buddies.
the anime buddies, which would be Evelyn Heart, Yamagitsune, Demon Lord, Osmodai, Drummonger Dragon, Nano Machine, Ninja Tsukikage, and Jackknife Dragon. primarily all of them. There are other ones. El Coyote is pretty strong, but he's not as strong as the other ones.
It's his ability to gain gauge when he hits for 2
Yeah.
crit. He's weak, but the ability to gain gauge is pretty
I
amazing.
have that in a weapon.
And we don't know what any other buddy is in the game. That's the only one we know.
It's that you can choose any buddy, but also you can buddy gift to gain a life. So the buddies were pretty.
Well, just because their effects are all very relevant.
Yeah, pretty big
Not
on
dying,
those.
drawing cards, killing things, and having soul.
Yeah.
And then Jackknife, of course, is an archetype unto himself.
being able to gain life, and then
Yeah.
Jackknife abilities on its own.
Number 9, our Magic World player here fought very hard to get these on the list, and we knew they were going to be on the list, but he just wanted them way higher than what we all thought. And number
2.5 list.
Are you serious? Three-parter?
and number 9 on the list is
The Sacred Sword.
number 9 on the list is the Secret Sword.
Series?
The series.
The Secret
I
Sword.
want to say be a
Lethal Formation,
series.
Moonfang, Star Crusher, and...
The Secret Sword 4-pack, which is lethal formation that looks for Star Crusher, Moonfang, and Shooting Star. Shooting Star, of course, whenever you're attacked by an item and it hits, you can destroy the item, deal 3. Moonfang, whenever your opponent activates an impact, negate it, deal 3. And Star Crusher, the triple rare, whenever your opponent plays a spell, negate it, deal 3.
Now,
and
no, these are all pay 3 gauge and can only be activated under lethal formation.
Right. He just wanted them on his list because he's a Magic World player, and I've done more damage with these impacts than I have with monster attacks to this man.
No, there's broken cards, and I feel they should be higher on the list.
I don't think they're broken just because Katana World uses a lot of gauge, and 3 gauge is usually a lot. Unless it wins you the
Yeah.
game, then obviously it's pretty dumb. But
Before you start number 8.
all right, that's my idea, and we're reading the list here. Number 8 on the list, we have Return to the Underworld. I fought very hard to have this card on this list, only because I've now watched and played against him many times. Return
10
to
out of
the
10, dude.
Return to the Underworld gives a lot of consistency to a deck that has not so much powerful, but effective creatures in terms of Yamagitsune, Blood Knife.
What I have Kimense?
Yeah. Because of
Kimasabi?
the penetrate on Blood Knife and the ability to draw off Yamagitsune,
It's a pretty ridiculous turn.
you can always link attack, penetrate with the 2, kill it, draw a card. And because of Underworld, if you have multiples of them, is when it gets ridiculous.
I don't know why. I
And-
thought taking this card not on this list.
And for it being ridiculous against another Katana World deck is the shield can't block link attacks and the demon mirror can't block link attacks.
Right, it can't stop link
So
attacks.
if you link attack with Blood Knight to the center, you're pretty much getting in and you pretty much draw a card with 2 darkness from Yamagitsune.
Right. It's just because Underworld gives it the ability to not care what it draws so long as you have things in the drop. Which usually they do because of other spells. One of them we'll get to soon. But like I said, it basically allows you. And what makes Yamagitsune a good card?
Yeah.
Because you kill them to draw a card, which gives you more stuff to gauge or draw into clear serenities.
in order to get more gauge.
They're able to get more gauge and to draw more return to the underworlds, and able to continuously call monsters every turn. And that just gave the deck a lot of consistency and why it's so powerful.
Which is also why it's the most played.
And speaking of consistency and returning stuff, number 7 we have Devil's Advantage.
Here we go.
Fuck that card.
Mike, tell us why you believe Devil's Advantage is not a good card.
I think it's a good card, but not completely broken.
We're not saying it's broken. It's just better than
No.
everything but 6 other
It
cards.
is not better than the formation. It is better than Returning Underworld. I will give you that. I believe it is good, but not completely better than those cards because it's a pay 1 gauge to grab 2. While
That is very good in the late game.
I'm
all
telling
I'm
you,
really
dude, we chicken
doing
sandwiches right
is
now.
grabbing
It's
Asmodeus
really
to discard one of the Asmodeus to kill a creature.
It's because of the ability to swing cards in your hand that you need. 72 Pillar has a lot of things. It can also just give you Diabolical Hardcores to win a game outright. Yes, I've seen you with 4 gauge in the late game.
Great to dash. Fuck that card.
4, only 3 on.
Not like it does not happen, but it's very rare for certain things to have like a lot of gauge toward end game.
Right.
Unless you're like hell bent on getting a.
It's just a real
big
powerful
gauge.
card in the late game.
While it can set up more plays, I do not feel that it should be
That number one.
higher than Lethal Formation.
I just say it's too good just because I played against you so many times, and it's always that late game Devil's Advantage that usually gives you the win.
Lethal Formation is a very soft subject for him over here. So
Every time you play that card late game though, it's just
I wouldn't know.
it always feels like a swing's about to happen.
I don't know how to feel about this.
Okay, next card. Number 6.
Number six, another card that was thought to be higher on the list, but there's other cards that just were definitely in the way. Number 6 is Ninja Art Explosive Hades Fall.
Lethal Formation definitely should have been like way higher than this. I swear to God. There is no reason this should have been so like,
Explosive Hades Fall is number 6, simply because Hades Fall is dumb.
first off,
You're seeing 2 Guitar players. We both play 4 in our deck just because it's stupid. It allows him to
Especially
get
with this one.
It allows him to get Yamagitsudes in the drop zone, and it allows you to destroy creatures.
And
And
deal
your
2
opponent
damage.
doesn't and deal 2 damage. And your opponent doesn't know what's under it. Like real talk. That's like
It's
real,
very random.
It's very stupid.
it also is a place for Return to the Underworld, which we did argue that should have been higher because of Hades Fall, but
I will say that you can definitely outplay yourself with this card. Like you can really outplay yourself hard with this card.
more like the formations.
But when it comes to rewarding,
Maybe
either
I'm one of the smarter people.
it's one of those cards that really rewards it really rewards lucky play. It really rewards lucky play, or it revolves around really outsmarting your opponent and
Yeah,
thinking
you
they know
had-
something you don't.
Yeah, these two going into each other was real confusing.
Like when I did it against you and you played Belial and I showed you a grade 3 under it, you were like, it completely ruined your entire game. Because you thought I had something to stop Asmodai.
Potato away.
Alright, calm down, guys. You guys have to be coherent during this.
No, it's him, man.
But yeah, number 6 is Hades Fall.
I'm naming off.
Number 5 was a card we completely forgot about until we were doing this. And that is, what's the full name of this?
Green Dragon Knights. Song of Ancient Lands.
This
Yeah.
fucking card.
Song of Ancient Lands is stupid.
I might have would have hired had I remembered it.
It might have been higher if we remembered it.
Call cost of pay 1 gauge. Whenever an armor dragon enters the field, it's a set spell. Whenever an armor dragon enters the field, gain 1 life. I've literally gotten to 20 life by like turn 3.
I was about to say, you better only have one of this on the field at a time.
That'd be fucking stupid.
That would have been number 2, real talk.
It would have been number 1, dude. Real talk.
Punishment got shit on this.
Yeah, I could have probably been number 2 then.
Yeah, Song of Ancient Lands is just really powerful in Dragon Knight decks because you have to rush Dragon Knight decks or they'll just kill you.
Armor Dragon.
Armor dragon.
Or Armor Dragon, sorry. Or they'll just straight up kill you. That card makes it to where you can't.
Oh, did you rush me? Call.
Yeah.
Game.
It's just stupid. And then sticking with more Dragon World stuff, because now it's pretty much all Dragon World -1.
Sorry, guys.
Number-
sorry, Dragon World players. It is.
Oh yeah, so sorry for you guys. You're the most broken stuff in the game.
It
So
is
sorry.
over-supported, and it just didn't need everything that it did.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's just the top 4. For the most part, that's all Dragon World. Everything else is the other clans.
Yeah, like
It's all scattered after that.
when you miss just one trial deck, you know something's gone wrong.
We're sorry, Danger World players, not a single Danger World card.
Yeah, but you know who you are, and even you.
We
know.
love you.
Even you know.
Number 4 is the Mexico Shields.
Mexico Shields.
In green, white, and
There's no red shield.
Oh,
It's green, white, and blue.
That would have been so cool.
I know.
Green, white, was it Italy? Green, white, and blue?
No,
The Italian shields?
The dragon shields are in this game.
Whatever, dude. The dragon shields, green, blue, and white. White doesn't need to be on here. We decided to put all of them, just round all up all this shit. It's just blue and green.
It's because it's a shield that no one else has, to be honest. Like,
It's just blue and green. One gives you an extra gauge, one gains you life. All the other...
no fight attack with no monster in the center.
And roll nullify link attacks.
It's pretty ridiculous.
The other ones are just worse. Solomon's Shield and
Art
of Body Replacement can't negate link attacks. And the one for Danger World, you have to have an item in the center.
No, you just have no monster in the center.
It has the same exact cost, but one gain new life and one gain new gauge.
And all the Danger Rolls does is nothing but nullify the attack. Like,
Yeah, they're strictly better for really no reason.
Dragon roll motherfucker.
Most noted by the fact that this has a 2/1 move
Oh, this.
size 1.
Yeah, Katana Roll at Uncommon has a size 1 monster, 2,000, 1,000,
That's the first thing.
2,000, 1,000, 2 crit. Dragon World has the exact same thing, but it's a 2,000, 2,000, 2 crit. A size 1 with move.
and a
it's-
lower rarity.
And it's a common. Katana Rolls is an uncommon. It just makes no sense to me.
Uncommons are rather uncommon in this game.
Yeah, like, seriously?
It makes no sense to me. So yeah,
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
shields are
rambling
on the... Number 3, we had a 3, 2, and 1. We had a very heated discussion.
Huh?
Like 10 minutes.
Okay, well, it's fine.
3, 2, and 1 were the most heated discussions on the... Or, no, 3 and 2 was the most heated discussion on the planet.
Yeah.
But number 3...
I'm pretty sure. I'm really surprised they didn't get physical.
Number 3, it just got outvoted. Number 3 is Day of the Dragon. Simply because Dragon
Grab
World...
this one for Nick one too.
Will you stop? Dragon World revolves around its weapon, usually.
Sorry, Dragon World, now we're getting in the anime, revolves around the triple offensive formation. Monster, weapon, monster.
Day of the Dragon allows the monster, the weapon
this
to still
thing.
hit, but eliminate all opposition.
Now, this thing, cost of 1, destroy everything in your opponent's field. Okay, that's fine. But your monster can attack. That doesn't make it any better because your weapon has high critical, or just a high, better, you know, ability. Like, the Knuckle gives you gauge, Dragon Breach is 3 critical. The one is double attack, which is pretty much 2, but the nifty double attack is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, so we have Day of the Dragon number 3, just because board wipes in any game are powerful. You look at
This
Magic,
still allows you to attack.
you look at Magic, you look at Yu-Gi-Oh.
Sadly, though,
Board wipes are always a powerful effect.
When you go to Magic, though, it's pretty much normal, so it's not really too big of a deal.
Yeah, but in
It's
a
really
game,
the board
game
wipe.
so young though, to only give
Yeah.
that effect in one. Now I understand Katana World also has a board
No,
wipe, but
so
it's a
does-
lot different.
So is Danger World. Danger World costs 2 gauge, destroy 5,000 with defense.
What I mean, it simply just destroys everything.
I just killed
Yeah.
It destroys all monsters.
Mine is
Thunder,
just hit away, death.
Thunder Devastation monsters can still escape the destruction. But the only ones that actually have physical board wipes is Katana World and Dragon World. But Dragon World is completely... It's just a pay 1 gauge.
They have,
Katana World...
they have better weapons to lead them with, to
Right.
attack with.
Katana World is pay a life and discard your
I
hand.
like this one.
Especially for the triple offensive formation, as explained like the anime and whatnot. You can have like monster. Oh, these can't attack. My 3 crit and or my good
Yeah.
ability weapon can attack.
Yeah. Now, we have some people believing Day of the Dragon was number 2, but a lot of us agreed number 2. Now, if you guys have a way to beat this card, let us know, please, because we have a hard time
I
fighting
have
this.
a hard time against that card.
We have a hard time fighting this damn card. We don't know if we're just ultra potato or just like if we're like not doing it right because
Like,
this
we're,
card
like, we know
every time
we're mashed.
every
but-
time this card comes down turn 1, we basically almost auto scoop depending on our hand. Number 2 is a new card. It's Great Duke Azeroth, Astroth, whatever.
One of my personal favorite cards in the game.
He's a 72 pillar card. He's a size 2, 5,000, 5,000, 2 crit. His effect is call cost is pay 3 and put up to 2 72 pillar cards from your hand into its soul. And it has Soul Guard and
Double
Penetrate.
attack.
Or not Penetrate. Actually, I wouldn't mind then. He has Soul Guard and double attack. And his other effect is while he's on the field, the cost of all of your spells,
72 pillars.
72 pillar spells.
No, magic
Magic
World
World
spells.
Oh, just as Magic World spells is reduced by 1. All the gauge costs reduced by 1, which makes things like Abracadabra cost 1. It makes
Double advantage free.
Devil's Advantage free. It makes Nice One free. It allows them to have
Relax free.
Pay 1.
Yeah, Begon's a pay 1.
Counter creature.
But it makes Devil Advantage, a card that was on this list, and Nice One free.
Now he argues because it has weak stuff, it's not that broken. We pretty much came to semi-agreement that the reason he's so broken is because of the double attack at his size 2, because you play like as Modai.
It's also because of the deck in general, because of the ability to reduce the size.
Yeah,
and because now Magic World has Solomon Book Volume 1.
Yeah.
And 2. But two's not
Well, one charges though. That's the thing.
two's not even wrong.
Because that
Now-
charges, you now have the ability to protect him very heavily because of Solomon's Shield, because of Abracadabra, because of Magical Goodbye, because of Begone. There's so many things that now make this guy very hard to get rid of.
When this came out in set 2, you really took a 72 pillar deck and you just turned into a pure defensive deck while he's your beat stick. It's what I basically
And what
turned my
a
deck
beat stick
into.
it is.
It's a big beat steak.
Well, as Modai can peg creatures by discarding, the deck as a whole becomes really strong. Speaking of decks, we'll have deck profiles up as soon as possible.
Pretty
Still have to
much,
finish the decks.
pretty much, in his respective world, he ranked number 2 purely
Because of his world.
His
Yeah,
world is
it's-
can be very more defensive than anything in this game.
It made-
despite this, this and this.
It made a deck of 50 way too powerful.
Yep.
It's because he's a size 2 with double attack with the ability to play Osmodai still, and the ability to get
Or just play size 1/2 crit creatures.
and the ability to play Devil's Advantage and Nice One for free.
Yep.
That was hard. And again, when this guy's the first thing on the field,
Again, we went so
Unless
potato
we're-
we're mashed, but you need to. if you
unless
have a
we're
way to
playing
do
against this
let's
guy
do it.
wrong, it's just he causes so many problems, and it's like we
There's no way to
understand.
beat him.
Like we understand, and even he told us a lot about the disadvantage of the card. We understand it is a pay 3 gauge and put 2 cards from your hand, so you're neg 3ing yourself in your hand because of him and then 2 other cards. But the fact that your opponent has to throw so much at him to try and get him down, and then your opponent still has, like I said, all the magic cards that do things, and Osmodai's to peg your own monsters. In a shell,
And then because, as our Magic World guy said, you pretty much beat stick and then defensive stuff. So it's really hard to get rid of him even more than it was.
by himself, he's bad. In a shell, he's dumb.
When the guys play on the field, you have one chance to kill him, but you only can do it if you're playing Magic World. It's called Begone.
Yeah.
You need to waste the 3 gauge and 2 cards from him.
No, because you have Abracadabra.
I have 1 gauge. On turn 1, I only have 3.
No, you fall.
You know how many times I've done that and just
Yeah.
like use Galvanic Feather turn 1?
Yeah.
And number 1, it should be unanimous at this point. It's only up here because it has to be, because you can't do anything about it, and that is Gargantuan Punisher. The card that ends dreams. It's just,
The card that Gal rips
if-
off the top every fucking.
if the damage
Yeah.
could be reduced, or if it could be negated, no one would care about this damn card.
Only these 2 can do anything about it.
Except really this one, because you have to be a 3 life for me to do
Yeah.
it.
3
And I
life
have-
for this one.
We've already had a discussion about this thing.
But this one, straight up, is the one that can actually do consistently anything against
We've already had a discussion.
Gargantuan Punisher.
But it's
Never
because
getting
of this.
3 life.
It's because of this card, though. We remembered. Oh yeah, that's right. Dragon Roll will never be at 3 life,
Yeah, it's because of this card.
especially against Katana Wolf.
It's really hard for this one to stop Gargantuan Punisher.
Yeah, Dragon Roll monsters are so resilient. It's really hard for the Ninja Art variant. The Skull Warriors don't do too bad of a job, but the Ninja Art one has a really terrible time fighting Dragon Roll monsters. But yeah, number 1 is definitely Gargantuan Punisher for sure.
It's a card that they need to get rid of.
Yeah.
That they're just not going to do. They don't do it for card fight.
And again, tell us what you guys think.
There will be
Don't be
one-
strangers. Don't say lol. You guys are gay. Just this.
Well, you guys are gay.
I mean, I know.
Be
some-
strangers.
I know some of you guys will now, but
There will be one thing that does push Gargantuan Punisher down to number 2, and Astroth up to number 1. Imagine right now, everybody. 7th pillar, Grandfather Clock. I'll leave you with this.
I'll probably hurt
Here's
myself.
my deck.
There you go, dude.
yeah, Grandfather Clock was not on this list simply because
It costs so much.
that whole,
Yeah,
needing
if
six
you're
needing 6 different wizards in drop.
And there's only
or
7 different wizards in the game.
7 different wizards in the drops
It's-
is very hard.
No, you need 6.
It
There's
was
7 different
it
wizards
was
in the
a
game.
thought process to be put on the list, but with it being so expensive to play,
That's why we just put
It's-
Mary Sue instead.
yeah.
Little mention.
Yeah, these aren't really bans or anything. This is what we
Yeah,
think.
this is what we think.
So
is
we
just
think
bothersome
we
to
think of the
game.
strongest
We
cards in the
kind of
game.
tiered everything. We kind of tiered everything. So.
And again, we thought about different Danger World cards in here, and we just
we
couldn't.
really thought about.
We couldn't think of one.
and
We
stuff.
couldn't think of one Danger World
The
card we were afraid of.
the only card that would put on this list, even as a mention, would have been Dragon Emperor Galkarn, but he can be stopped so easily due to certain cards.
Play with the Galcon.
but
Jay the
that-
Dragon die.
But that, but,
Yeah, like
but
Gate
that's
of
why.
Gate Dragon,
That's why.
Get
Yeah,
Pakugiri.
That's why Geppo was on the list.
Yeah.
The moment, oh,
As
you destroy one of the
Modai.
monsters, get the Gary, kill it.
And then I discard something to keep Tsukikage.
Alright guys, this was a Team Dreadnaught discussion. There will be more of them, and for those of you who actually stuck around for the almost hour this is taking,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you.
But also, please, if you watch this, like, stick around.
Stick around,
We should say
yeah.
something
If you
else,
got
stick around.
to this point, congratulations, man.
But again,
Remember to go ahead and like, comment,
leave,
and subscribe. on our
leave
YouTube channel.
comments. Tell us what your opinion is. Like, why, like, things that maybe you think should be banned or restricted in Vanguard, like we talked about, or cards you think are better in Buddy Fight than some
Or
of the
tell us
cards we
ways
put
to
on
beat
here.
Astroth.
Yeah, please tell us ways to beat
Tips,
Astro.
tips to beat Astaroth while you're a Ninja Arts player would be real sweet.
Or a Dragon role player when you really can't do shit.
They'll tell you to play Jackknife.
I know, right? I don't want to play Jackknife, I'm sorry.
Yeah, just tell us what you guys think. Is it real fun? We have fun doing these videos for you guys. We've had a little bit of snag out of a while just because we've been
Internet
kind
has
of
been
bored doing a lot of
douchey,
things.
real talk.
We have more videos coming up for you. We're gonna have more Murakami stuff, more Liberator stuff, more.
Hell of a lot more Liberator stuff.
We have some Ancient Dragon games for you guys. Finally, we've had the deck for a while now. But we finally have Ancient Dragon games to bring you after the deck profile we had like almost a couple months ago now.
Yeah.
Finally have games, but more Aqua Force games coming.
Never had it.
Also,
We're starting, and we're gonna start to put buddy fights on here. Also, we're just waiting to complete decks. We have 2 semi-complete decks. One deck that's almost not done, and then another deck that's kind of far away. Yeah, the 2 Katana Roll decks are pretty far, are not far away. This, Katana Roll just came out of. Katana Roll just came out of the gate needing like 1 billion foils per deck, so
Yeah,
it was like.
so it was pretty bad.
But the Magic and the Dragon World are pretty much almost done. We have a Danger World
They're
deck.
they're,
that's
they're complete enough to do a match against, but not complete enough to do a deck profile of. So
Yeah, we'll have deck profiles of these coming up soon. Once they're completed, they're just missing a couple cards each.
I'm just missing.
if you want anything shown, I've asked in numerous videos, but please
Go ahead.
comment what you want.
Comment what you want,
Yeah,
or you
comment
can
what
go
you
ahead
want
and
to see,
message.
we'll
Go
show
ahead
you.
and message the page, or even comment on our page's timeline. Let us know if there's anything you want to see, if any way we can improve our channel, any way we can improve anything. We're always looking for advice.
or if
We're
you just
always
want to
looking
talk.
Or we just want to talk. But we're always looking for feedback from our fans and people who actually subscribe to us and take the time out of their day to watch us.
I won't
Yeah.
give them tips, but if you need tips on how to beat Astroth, I will give them to you. But I'll
Shut up.
probably delete the messages.
If you need tips
And
on how
also-
to play Astro,
And also, please.
This one?
Also, if you wanted to do something fun, if you sticked around all this time, just put hashtag in the comments. Mike's an idiot. If you think Zenith doesn't deserve to be banned, because this.
And you put hashtag Spencer's an idiot if you think he does.
Yeah, you put hashtag Mike's a dummy because he believes Zenith should be banned.
That's strong.
A softball monster we can't know in the sight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, guys, thank you guys for sticking around for this long
I know I
ass
said it like 3
adventure.
times. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.
We
Go ahead and
finally,
like our YouTube channel.
we finally did this.
channel.
We
Like
finally
the
did
YouTube
this
channel,
team
guys.
talk
Facebook
about
page.
what we think about certain card games and stuff. When it came to the Vanguard list, now that I'm talking about, we went through all the clans and decided what should go. Like clans that didn't get touched, we decided nothing in Grand Blue needed to be hit, nothing in Neo Nectars needed to be hit, nothing in Angel Fez needed to be hit. But it was like,
I'll do Metatron.
Alright,
yeah, just-
Metatron needs to go.
thank you anyway. Remember to like, comment, subscribe for more videos, more discussions, and
I got
bye,
B.
everybody.